Please subscribe, like, comment, and turn on the notification button so you are aware of our future episodes that you will love so much. Hello everyone, welcome to another Film Biz Show conversation. Today we have the dynamic Nthabeleng Phora, the head of operations and project manager of the Gauteng Film Commission. We are right in the heart of MIP Africa 2024 and a lot has been happening. But before I talk too much, I just want to spend just a bit of a moment to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Nthabeleng. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for agreeing. You know, we've really been wanting to have a conversation with you for a while.
Of course.
Because there's so much happening with the GFC.
Yes.
So many changes that you're implementing, and you guys are moving at a fast pace. And I was like, we need to get a hold of you, because I mean, obviously, with our audience base being primarily an audience that's working within the business of film, we think that it would be good to talk to you. And because we're from Gauteng, we've been just wanting this for a long time. But before I talk too much, please let us know what brings you here to MIP Africa, and what's the mandate that you guys are following.
What brings me to MIP Africa is the responsibility of promoting the Gauteng Film Commission as a preferred destination choice of filmmaking. It's to promote the programs that we are doing, is to share knowledge on the future of the film industry and the upcoming exciting programs that we are also working on. But also, I think it's just celebrating film as growth of 30 years in South Africa, amidst everything that we've been through, you know. Yeah, so it's really celebrating stories, celebrating artists. It's recognizing that the work that we do is not really going in vain. People are beginning to appreciate African content in its entirety through art, through fashion, through music, through film, through games, through animation. So I'm celebrating the creative industries. And it's really showing results, and how we are also being well received internationally, and it shows that we are doing something.
So now we've recently had special projects call-outs, just calling and inviting producers, content creators to come on board, and we're seeing quite a lot of initiatives that are coming out of the GFC. Somehow, it's almost as if some kind of a flip has been switched, and maybe we were not so, exposed to what the GFC had to offer before. I know I've personally been a beneficiary of assistance from the GFC and found them very helpful. But please let me know, going forward, what are some of the initiatives that you guys are looking to implement, being the most populous province in the country. The economic hub. I'm so much pressure has been on you, and I must say you guys have been able to handle it well. But what are some of the strategies or things that you would like to implement going forward?
I think the first thing was being deliberate on what we are trying to do. One, we have a lot of deliberate programs, which is ensuring that we support the new entrants in the market that have just newly left their universities, now entering the market and entering the space. The second one is ensuring that we are promoting the different disabilities and different groups, which is obviously people living with disability, females in the space, as well as ensuring that there is youth participation within the sector, not forgetting the queer community, and ensuring that the stories that we tell are authentic, and making sure that the stories that we tell are the stories that are resonating with Africans, and the stories that identify us as South Africans and who we are, and taking pride in that. Celebrating and promoting stories that are direct in terms of our indigenous languages. Because, one of the things that we have realized is that we are really losing language, and we are not creating stories in our own languages. So as the GFC, we are being delivered to say we want people to really celebrate their languages and create stories in our languages. And we think of ourselves as a business and think of ourselves as a community that is out there to give services to programs. And this not only just includes the films, or honestly, our mother department, the Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation, also is doing its bit, because of them they're also then supporting music, supporting film, supporting sports, supporting recreation. So really the Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation with the GFC is really out there to celebrate and ensure that the creatives industry is growing in the province.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
For real, on the ground, one is able to see the different projects that you've been able to implement.
Yes.
But I mean, as the Film Biz Show, our focus really also is on training and the development of young people and their skills. What initiatives have you guys started in terms of developing young people within our province?
Training is my passion. I'll go on forever. We have partnered with Mandla N. So they've got a school called the African Film School, where they are training almost 300 learners that want to be in the audiovisual space. And immediately when they train them, then automatically then they absorb them into their school and into their productions. As you know, that they're really creating a lot of productions in a year. We have partners with Animation SA. Animation SA is assisting us to animate more and upscale animators that we have in the space. We also then equally place them into production studios where they can then make their animation. But also we're including now gaming. We are slowly driving into gaming because of gaming has proven, and the research also tells us that gaming is becoming the next best entertainment thing, which is now contributing more to the GDP beyond music and film combined. So gaming right now is actually contributing 1.2 million in the country. So this is obviously from the press perspective. This is from gamers that are currently existing, attracting a lot of international work. And once you convert that obviously into rents, they get good value for money, particularly from the work that we've been receiving from UK and from the USA. We are looking at programs like transforming comics and, from pen and pencil to digital drawings and animating moving motions as well. We're looking at programs like your DFA, which now we are also ensuring that we are facilitating our work through our documentaries and trying to tell our history in a form that is appreciable and in the form that is digestible by our audiences. So there's a lot of documentaries that are coming out. We're also promoting a lot of women's slates, supporting and ensuring that we are being intentional by making sure that our female filmmakers are getting the attention through training, through productions, and through the marketing and distribution, and assisting them to make sure that they're going out there. We also support a lot of filmmakers that go to film festivals to ensure that they go there to promote their work, to promote South Africa, and promote their skill, to promote it to the other counterparts which we would have. Because we know, as we just finished this session of co-productions and collaborations, we also want to expose our filmmakers to the world so that they can then begin to attract a lot of co-productions, as it was just signed by our minister. So we really want to celebrate co-productions and just maybe take advantage of what they bring to the country and the benefits that we can take advantage of.
That's really powerful, very powerful, Nthabeleng. One thing I can tell you, we started this podcast about 12 months ago.
Yeah.
And our mandate was, our vision was to have a niche conversation that was focused on the business of film.
Yeah.
And we've been blown away by the response. We have about 7,000 subscribers across all platforms, and it's still growing. But for us, as much as we knew we were not chasing numbers, we were chasing truthful, authentic conversations that are going to bring about some kind of productive, efficient change within the ecosystem.
Yeah.
We've also realized that, the power of podcasting presents an opportunity for conversations to happen across the board. So we've had conversations with international directors and producers, and with us being here at MIP Africa, we've realized, my goodness, international guests, when they come here, they get a real taste of South Africa from the conversations. So I just want to say, going forward in the markets, it would be nice to have our podcasts have some kind of footprint, for these conversations to happen, because we are having conversations that are happening in the corridors and not necessarily in the panels. And it's beautiful to hear that people actually have a hope. When we say we come from Gauteng, they say, wow, I want to work in Johannesburg. Are there any locations? Who can I talk to? And immediately I know that I can point them who I can point them out to?
That's you know, it's such an interesting that I will tell you that, you know, the slogan of the GFC is big ideas, perfect locations. So we use our locations as a destination of choice, and we really encourage a lot of foreign direct investment into, and rather maybe international productions to use Gauteng as a preferred destination choice to shoot their programs. Not only are we supporting and we are promoting locations, but we also promote the infrastructure that we have, we promote the skills that we have, we promote the talent that we have, we promote the weather, you know, South African weather and Gauteng weather in particular is good, you know, for production. And our season, our cold seasons are not very cold. Our summer is lovely. Our rain is great as well. But also our locations, what we have realized that you can convert Gauteng into any kind of set that you would like, from your olden city days to your classic lights. And nightlife is great, particularly for production. Our locations are awesome. But also I think the security becomes another important factor for our internationals, because everybody is concerned about their security. So our security, we always have our subs supporting the film productions. We have our JMPD, Tshwane PD, EMPD, anywhere the way you want to shoot in the 5 regions of Gauteng. We also, you know, using the airport as an attraction, you know, and a location of choice. We have old mining dams, which are also becoming a storyteller on their own, if you want to obviously have stories talking about the mines, because then we've got those mines that are now dumped, but now we have gotten licenses to use them as our film sets. We have your Constitution Hill, which is a prison that is a location on its own, outside of it being the museum and outside of it being a story hub of the history of South Africa, and leading to the democracy that you and I are sharing and we are enjoying today. So we really have a lot that we really have to offer in the Gauteng Film Commission, but also not even outside of the Film Commission. We also have incentives from our sister agencies, being the DTIC. We've got funding that people can come and get from the IDC. We have more funding that the NAVF, as well as, you know, the KZN Film Commission is also providing. The NEF is also providing funding. BASA is offering funding. So we really are energetic and we really are welcoming international work. We are promoting local work as well. So I think there is a greater future for the creative industries in its entirety.
Definitely. I loved what one of the guests was saying, the audience members, you know, when she was actually correcting the host, because the host was saying, oh, well, you know, producers don't have money to come to these markets. It's like, no, we're good. We're good. We're good
in South Africa. Yeah, no, it's just
GFC got our back.
We're good. GFC and NAVF squad us. Yes. No, we do support, because we do understand those struggles. That, you know, sometimes people are really trying to make the best from the budgets that they get, and they might really not have the money to then spend on other things. Hence now we come as an additional support to make sure that we expose them and we take them to the markets where, as South Africa, if we are unable to give them the funds that they require, then we expose them to the opportunities where they can get more investment for them to create the work that they seek to do.
Man, this is powerful.
Yeah.
I feel like our conversations, it can go on.
It will
go on.
It will.
When we're back in Johannesburg, we are going to schedule
not a problem.
A studio conversation,
please,
which is much longer, and we can go more in depth. And especially, you know, sometimes when people see someone of your stature holding the position you're holding, they get a bit like, oh my gosh, and scared. And we want to demystify this Iron Lady and get the story behind how you got to where you are. So people can understand.
Simple.
You know?
It's simple. It's just reading a lot. I go to people's events even when they're not supported by the GFC, because of my interest is about the industry. It's not about the GFC only, but how do we also then give support? Because it's not always about the money. It's really sometimes about the connections, on knowing the right person to link with the next person for that opportunity to happen, for that conversation to start. So people always think when you talk about the Gauteng Film Commission, must always be the money first, but they devalue the non-financial support, the physical support. And I think for me, that's how I really managed to get so much done, because it's really not always about the money, but it's about knowing who to meet and who to link with the right person for the opportunities to really, and the business to continue. And it's just maybe always being inquisitive of what people are doing. And it's always being inquisitive, and maybe a lot of listening when you go to things, because then you also get to learn.
I can imagine when you were still in primary school, the little Nthabeleng was an intelligent teacher's pet.
Next, make it pop. I make it pop.
But anyways, we thank you so much for spending this short period with us as a Film Biz Show. We want to say that we see you. We acknowledge the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
We salute you, and may you continue fighting the good fights. And from the Film Biz Show, we want to just give you your flowers and celebrate you and to show you our credit.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, making me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. By the way, I would love to tell you that the book you are promoting is my #1 favorite film in forever.
Oh, wow. As you're saying that, I was going to say.
So, Mapantsula is my #1 film, which I feel that it was not well distributed then. And if it could get an opportunity again, and in the original format, that for me, and I will tell you, is that when that Nanana goes from FNB Stadium going into Deep Club, and that energy, I will never forget that story.
South African storytelling.
That's South African storytelling, and that's where we're coming from, and I love it. I love it. Good is my old Mapantsula, the original Shaka Zulu.
That's what it's about. So we made a contribution to this book. We interviewed the director from page 35. We're basically partnering with Oliver Schmidt. So as a token of our appreciation, this is our gift from us to you. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is guys.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
thanks.
I really love this film. Like I've got a CD. I look like such a work like but I didn't need CD. Thank you so much. Okay.